Good morning on day 6 of 7. That is nearly 1 week down. Only one more week to go. This is actually attempt, you won't know this, but this is attempt 7 to do this morning. My phone keeps crashing the whole time, that's why I didn't vlog yesterday. It keeps telling me I have no memory to do anything. And also we had a full house, people over, and so getting any privacy to do this is impossible. The last time I nearly just about finished this on attempt 6, and then someone walked in. And then I became all self-conscious and weird, and someone walking in the background waving and things. No one needs that. So this is attempt 7. Actually, note to self, the reason my phone isn't working is because last time I was in Schiphol, I was checking my phone while in the toilet and I dropped it into the toilet. Yeah, it's not the best for your iPhone, but it's because I have one of those iPhone 6 things, Plus, which is actually like an iPad for your hand. It's huge, and I can't even get my hand properly around it, and it fell out my hand into the toilet. Note to self, do not check technology while wee-weeing, okay? So, what are my thoughts at the moment? My main thought at the moment is I'm preoccupied by food. This is a bank holiday, so sun is finally shining, summer is in the air here in Glasgow, which is a minor miracle. Did you see that pigeon just like dive bomb past my window? I'm on the 3rd floor, what's it doing? Anyway, yeah, and I'd like to go out, I'm going out, we're doing bathroom shopping, yeah, real life for me. Real life continues, doesn't it? Even though I'm doing this challenge. We're refurbing the bathroom at the moment, so I'm going bathroom shopping. It's so boring. Unbelievably boring, raking through bath after bath after bath and sort of eye-wateringly large prices at everything. However, this place was built in 1870 and the bathroom is from 1870. Yeah, it's like the third world. So it needs redoing. So that's today. And then meeting a friend, and they're all going like for late lunch and drinking, and I'm coming home. So isn't that cheery? Yeah. But it's certainly not in the spirit of the thing to just accept alcohol and food from people. And I mean, that is the thing. I've had a lot of people saying to me, well, if you were actually on Job Seekers and a friend offered to take you out, you would accept it. Of course I would. But then this is a different thing, isn't it? I'm not on Job Seekers. I'm doing this as a fundraising thing, so that's certainly not in the spirit of the thing. It would mean that I would have to extend my 2-week period by another day, say, because I went off it. And that would just keep happening, and that would mean that instead of this being a 2-week slot, it could end up being a 3-week slot, and that fills me with absolute horror. So I'm just going to stick to it. Another week and I'm done. I've done not too badly with my food budgeting. I mean, I think next week I'm going to rethink it. I bought too many pulses. That's basically what I'm thinking. I've only got sort of a third of the way through a bag of lentils, and I bought, you know, lentils and butter beans. Yeah, so I've got a surplus of bean activity, which no one needs that, do they really, let's be honest. So I think, delicious water, but I think, yeah, no, but I think I'm used to more protein in my plate, so I'm going to buy some more proteins. Maybe try and buy some actual meat protein rather than fish. I'm sure it's very good for me. I'm sure I'm going to look 10 years younger, like a baby. But until that, you know, so I think I'll rethink that because, yeah, I've got enough lentils. I don't need to rebuy any of that. I'm down to sort of my last bits of protein. I've got 2 cans of sardines, they're my fave, and 1 can of tuna. So I'll be alright, I've done okay, so I'm quite proud of myself from that point of view. I was talking to a friend actually about where we buy. I'm lucky here. I have like 4 supermarkets, actually 5. I've got an Aldi, it's a bit further, but it's, you know, I can walk to it. So I can shop around. Supermarkets do better deals, certainly more than going to a market. Someone suggested on Facebook to me about this. Is it cheaper to shop at a market for your vegetables? Absolutely not. You know, yeah, you can get things in single, but proportionately it's not. I mean, that's part of the problem, isn't it? Things come in big packages. So £2 bag of carrots, say, I mean, I'm not talking, I've not got any proper figures here, but say it's £2 for a big bag of carrots. Yeah, I could go and buy 1 carrot for 30p, but actually, if I multiply 30p by the amount of carrots we in the bag, that makes the bag so much cheaper. So buying in bulk is always better, and that's why supermarket's cheaper. But if I were, you know, on Job Seekers, and say I was living back in the kind of place where I grew up in a council estate, actually, amenities are an issue. There aren't any supermarkets near there. You know, what is there? When I grew up, we only had the local mini market around the corner. Raz. Raz was his name. I used to always remember his name because it was like Daz, the washing up powder, but it was an R. But Raz, he owned that mini market, and it was expensive, and that's where we did all of our shopping, apart from the butcher along the road. Everything came from there. We certainly went nowhere near a supermarket because there weren't any near. We didn't have a car. There's a whole variety of reasons why we didn't do that, you know, so that's where all of our food came from, and it's much more expensive. So I have been contemplating next week using my £2.10 or £2.35, whatever I decide to make it. I think I started this challenge at £2.10, but then I explained the last time that I got my maths slightly wrong. It should be £2.35. I might try and use that, my daily budget, at a local corner store. I have one just up the road. It's quite big. That might make it a wee bit more realistic, certainly more of a challenge, and see how that works out, see what there is. I might pop in there today and see what my choices are. I mean, it could be horrific and I have to live on pasta, you know, cheesy pasta for a whole week or something like that. Who knows, but I'm feeling, yeah, it feels like a thing to do. So what else? What are my other thoughts? Well, I was thinking, you know, the headaches have passed for the caffeine and everything. And actually I was thinking, if I did have a headache or, you know, something happened, like I've broken my toe actually, which is horrendous. It hurts like hell. The thing is, if I were really on job seekers, I mean, I've had to take painkillers for that. Sorry, apologies, but you know, there's only so far I'm willing to go. But if I were on job seekers full time and that was all the money I had in the world, see, I'm only doing the food element to this, I wouldn't be able to afford painkillers. I couldn't take any because I wouldn't be able to afford them. If I was a woman with my period, how do I afford sanitary products? They're really expensive. All that sort of thing. So I kind of, you know, I mean, these are the harsh reality of what we take for granted. I mean, when I broke my toe, I basically banged it on the mirror. There's a mirror. We have the bedroom has a mirror that goes from the floor to the roof. Well, half it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's got a big bit at the bottom of it, and I just thwacked my foot right off it as I walked past it, and my little toe, I've broken it. It looks horrific. It looks dead actually. It's gone black. But the you know, I just went straight to the first aid thing and put some freezy stuff on it, took some painkillers, all of that kind of crap. But we wouldn't have that. You know, I might have it. It depends where I'd come from before I ended up living on benefits. You know, but these sort of things deplete over time. And then you don't have the money to replenish them. Then you have nothing. So, food for thought there. You know, pardon the pun. Actually, talking about food for thought and thinking about food, I'm planning my what happens after I finish this. I've got my new book. My new spelt cookery book arrived yesterday, and I'm planning all of the delicious things that I'm going to be baking when I finish. I mean, the thing is, real life continues here. So I am a bit of a bread baker. So I bake bread, and I've not been able to have any in the house. I made a wholemeal spelt and rye loaf sourdough for the house, and that's everybody else's. Thanks, everybody. So. All in all, you know, it's a real eye-opener about everything. But I think I can hear people padding about the house again. I mean, that's another thing I'm just talking about, the blogging. Because I'm not really a blogger, and I'm not really used to that sort of thing, I get terribly self-conscious about talking to a camera, and then if anyone's in the house, and you can hear them sort of padding around listening, sort of tiptoeing, but you know they're listening anyway, I find that really awkward. Yeah, so that's partly why I haven't done it for the past couple of days, because we're at a full house. But I think that's probably all I've got to do, all I've really got to report. I mean, I feel that maybe my photographs and everything are becoming a bit sort of monotonous because they all look exactly the same. But hey, you know what? That's because it is always the same, and that's part of the harsh reality of it. There's no scope for, as I said earlier, no scope for any sort of thinking out of the box with your meals. You're just eating what you're eating, what's left. You know, you can't be spontaneous about anything because you've got no money to be spontaneous about it. Anyway, thank you so much for those who've shared everything, because I've ended up with money from people I don't know, or my Just Giving. Actually, one of the things about the Just Giving account is you can't thank people personally on the page. I've done it before somewhere else, and you could write a little note under it. It wasn't Just Giving that it was on, can't remember. Oh, it was when I shaved my head for Macmillan Cancer, and when they left something, you could then comment underneath it, a bit like Facebook, and say thanks for that very much, because you know the people, you can't comment under individual things, so they'll say, you know, good luck, and you can't write under it thanks, you know, and a little message to them, which I think you should be able to. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? It's certainly something I would like to do personally, but some of the people I don't even know who they are. But I'm very grateful for that. I'm actually quite touched at the amount of money that's been raised, especially with another week to go, so I think I'll hit that target, which is great. So yes, tomorrow is food shopping day, so if I decide to go and shop at the mini market, yeah, you'll get to see my shopping list and see what I actually got. Could be a nightmare. Can't, you know, 1 tin of Spam, 1 packet of Smash. That'll be £17, please. You know, something like that, I don't know, but hopefully not. Anyway, I think that's enough from me for today. I'll speak to you later. Bye bye.